out. I mean, I pulled it out and holy shit, and I stood hard randomly picking them out to see how clean they were. They were all clean.
Okay, guys.
My buddy.
We're back.
You buy a set. Make sure you buy a good set.
All right. I don't know how audio sounds for everybody. There's a lot of stuff going on right now. I'm in the middle of
buy cheap, buy twice.
15 conversations, and so we'll see what's going on. Good job, by the way.
Thank you.
Yeah, that was excellent. So, Joe.
Sure.
Hey, I'm Tom Zollickman, by the way. Nice to meet you. We've got, so I'm doing all the live stream stuff.
This is live?
This is live, in fact. So we got people are jumping back in.
No.
So we live streamed the whole event, and we just switched from one stream to another, so people are showing up. But I was doing that while you were setting up, and the second you showed up on the camera, the chat started going crazy. It's like, Joe. In fact, so Robin Renzetti's like, hey Joe, John Fry, hey to Joe P. Lots of people are pretty excited about it. What I'd like to do though, here, I'm gonna let you do this. And you want to talk to the folks about what your challenge is?
Hello. Is that good enough?
Yeah.
Good. Hello.
There you go. The audio's great. Actually, I've just been clipping it on. I do like their
And just tie it to the shirt.
Yeah.
That work? You got it? Good. We're good to go? All right, well, I called stand-up about, I guess it was about 2 months ago, and I told them that the 4-jaw challenge was a very dominant presence at the bash. I said, let's get some handles turning here. Let's get back on the mill. So I took the opportunity to make a skill challenge for the manual mill. It's just simply X, Y, and a combination of moves. And what we're going to look for is how many times the guys hit the side of the mill going through, and the best time. And the best time so far is 1 minute and 11 seconds, which is really smoking to get through this whole thing. What was your time? You're still in the lead. That's a smoking time. I haven't gone yet. Outstanding, glad to hear it. So the bash is going well, this challenge is going very well, and I look forward to a bunch of other people trying it. Anybody, any takers? Any new takers? Come on, if you're looking, you know you want to try it. Want to try it?
I don't even know what it is. I just walked in.
This is a skill challenge. All you got to do is get the probe through the maze in the shortest period of time. You give it a, sure.
That's just in 2 dimensions.
That's it.
From that angle, I don't think people
I'm down with trying it.
just love this challenge. There's no good way to do it.
Let me set you back so I can start the clock on you when I get a time on you.
It's a contest.
Oh yeah, it's a there's all kinds of prizes going on here too.
All right.
Whenever you are ready. Whenever you're ready.
Okay, go. Wrong way.
Like a very sophisticated game of operation. I think it's clever. It's a good exercise if you're not a handle turner.
I was kind of sad, but understood it.
Me too.
That was fun.
I get a lot of good comments, and I get a lot of honest opinions, and I got to take them all.
Yeah, but your channel very quickly became one of my go-to.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
New
Sorry.
That's my fault. I was in his way.
Oh, hey, buddy, thank you. Excellent, thanks. You sit that anywhere around here. Nice. Yeah, those arcs are they'll challenge you.
Hard.
They're very hard.
Just keep going.
Yeah, please do. Enjoy. Thank you very much. Thanks, bud. Yeah, lunch is served. Just a very high-end Etch-a-Sketch. You got a good time going. You hit the wall about 47 times, but
Yeah, well, that's. Luckily, it's flexible, not breaking anything.
there you go.
Yeah.
Oh, don't break the stylus.
Try not to. Can you get out of here? There we go.
And out you go. 244.
244. Okay.
You on here?
Sure, why not?
While we're doing that, I'll get you guys a closer view of that without the glare so you can understand. I just realized I wasn't wearing the mic. I've been wearing the mic the whole time.
You can have it. Is this lit, this mic right now?
It's got a little.
This is a recorder as well.
No, it's just wireless mic. I'm live. The computer is what's controlling everything. So that's what's sending it all out. And so I've got a preview, and then this is what's actually going out. And so we give a view and stuff like that. But I keep hitting it. All right, so I've been called down to the bottom, but hopefully I get a chance to catch up. I'd love to do a little one-on-one too, as well, if you've got some time. Yeah, people were definitely excited.
Channel has taken off. I don't have some of the numbers these other guys got.
I have 3,400. You're already like blown past mine, and I've been doing this for 5+ years.
This is right into my second year, almost calendar perfect right now.
Yeah, I tell you what, it's good content. It's not just I've got a good project, but you're producing it very well. So yeah.
You gotta get better software.
Well, that part helps. Yeah. All right, guys, we're continuing our walkabout now. I thought it might be fun to see that. Excuse me. Sorry. Kind of awkward being that guy. I know. Actually, I probably could have. Okay. Let's go see.
It is about time saving. So the extra cost, these they're worth the extra time to do that. And
Okay.
let's talk about some of the inspiration of just how they
My
look.
knees are killing me.
So you guys,
Take it easy.
I love old equipment. You guys watch my
that's
channel.
Jason.
I have a
Fireball.
1960s Marvel bandsaw. I have a Kearney trucker machine. And if you look at the way they're manufactured, they got these big, beautiful casting bosses in them. And to me, it's architecture visually appealing.
Yes.
So that was some of the inspiration in how the designs, just the cutouts. I could have easily squared that off, but I like the way the arch looks.
But you fit in there really easy.
Yeah.
And these are really nice
All right.
in the hand.
They are nice.
So trying to, as you can see, lunch is popular. Give everybody a view from over here for a minute. How's everything looking? That's good. Cool. Emma's competition. Now we haven't announced that yet. We'll we'll do that soon though. Yeah. Use a fault software match for the probe. Bonus points if you light the match. Sorry, I'm just catching up on some of the comments. So, yeah. All right, I'm gonna move around here and get a better view of what's happening, and we'll see what's going on. And
oh, I get this. Let's clap. Actually, this is what's great. So these cutouts.
Do you need anything? Drink.
This is where
You're walking around with nobody to look out at.
So we've got a beautiful.
at some point, I need to get some lunch.
Okay. You want me to make you a plate when I go through?
This thing's got some.
I mean, we'll work it out.
What do you want? You gotta tell me.
Chicken probably would be good.
Chicken?
May I join you?
You bet.
Thank you. Yeah, we're live.
Did you broadcast my?
I broadcasted your whole thing.
Where was it on? Bar Z?
Yeah.
We did. My wife watched
Okay.
the things that you couldn't find it. She waited for an hour and a half and never saw it.
Well, I've got an hour and a half of comments that say she was waiting in the wrong place.
Oh no, it's a vented one. It looked like you were in thermal underwear.
Just so you know, that mic is live.
Okay.
No, I'm
Hello everyone. And he's the only one. I'm the only one he warns. He thinks I like
I
cussing.
warn everyone, especially if you're within like a foot of the microphone.
No, it's one of the, like the underarm type.
Yeah, I get it.
Because otherwise, I would have had sweat boobies.
The challenge is you find that allure you.
Stan, you worry me in a good way.
Huh?
You worry me in a good way.
Yeah.
The square will spread up this way.
Oh, hey,
orientate it
Stan,
this
come
way.
in line. Don't wait.
It'll twist out.
That's what this doesn't tell you.
Stan.
It's really where it's
Stan,
twisting.
come get more.
So it's like, here's one of the brilliant moves. And this one came out last year. We put these on.
Yep.
Right, I get.
So you see these tabs.
I got the prize.
See these
I
tabs
put it
on
in your
here?
drawer. Whenever you get the address,
These
put it with
tabs
So I
are
had-
what's going to
I
assist you
had
in
him
lining these
email
up.
your summer bash.
You bring your steel up.
Oh, he's
we'll
sending
do
me
a
the
square
address?
to this end,
Well,
just
there's
by
just
putting
all-
it up.
all that's on there's a
But
number.
then
How
we
do I know
keep
that's
it by
him?
twisting,
We're gonna
by
do this more than
pressing it
once.
up right against these tabs. And you can go with different length tabs. The holes
Okay.
are a quarter inch.
Make sure we get the right prize to the right person.
Yeah,
Do that
no, I got
also.
that.
You don't want to send shit over.
No, we're not gonna keep giving away the same
Okay.
stuff.
But we will do that again. Did you guys have fun with it?
Yeah, it was good.
Did you do it our way?
Yeah.
You can just run longer
Exactly.
tabs on this, and that'll help compensate for that. And I think it's one of the greatest parts of this creation of yours. And like I said, we got these great cutouts in here
It's the
where we can clamp this up. Now, one of the other challenges, whenever you weld, we all know the weld bead is going to shrink your
Because he went
materials.
basically from 9 to 11, and so I kept it.
These are built heavy enough and strong enough to where it will not allow the shrinkage to affect your metal.
Although,
It holds it
I mean,
straight. Would you agree
it's
with that?
recording, so-
Because that's been my experience using these, is it keeps it square.
live
The
version,
whole
yeah.
process. So
And I know it was,
usually when
because
you
I
used to
commented
weld
on
up,
it.
trying to use
By the
one of
way,
these squares,
a lot of really
you
nice
had a welding
comments saying that it
technique.
was one of the best,
You put
one of the
attack
best
here, attack there,
training
you
sessions
weld
I've
this
ever
spot,
had.
weld that
Talked
spot,
about UV and
trying to
everything.
counteract all the shrinkage that's going to happen.
Really, it was
You probably got
very,
through that.
Positive.
Yeah, you welded
There were, and remember, those were all recorded. Oh, you know what? I went one step further.
And it
I
takes
hooked you up.
experience. Yep. The different materials.
No, I mean, I really hooked you
differences
up.
change more or less than what you're using.
Even just the type of welder you're using, if you're stick welding or MIG welding or TIG welding, about the size of the bead.
It was just the first one, really.
Okay.
And then,
okay.
So that's important too.
This is what counteract. Now, I'm a fairly good welder on a good day and a full moon. This makes my welding amazing. I mean, it really
The fact that we
does.
get a chance
Well, and it takes
and the fact that we can
pressure
call
off
in
your
and be able
welding.
to help
You're
other
not-
people
you
who
can focus on
aren't
just
able to
making
come
a
here.
bead. You're not worried
To
about.
me, that was the important
Did it move on me? Or what? So
That's a good point.
right. So you're building something. The end product is what you're really after.
Yes.
Right? Not
Yes.
how good your weld looks necessarily, but you want the frame to be square. You want it to look visually correct.
Well, and Jennifer and I are always talking business. Is one of the things we call about. It's about the hole. It's not about the drill bit.
That's right.
Nobody wants drill bits. You want a hole.
That's right.
And if you look at a business, it's
Yeah.
like, I'm gonna try not to insult you. You don't want the
yeah.
square.
That line
You want
goes
something
around.
that's been welded square.
That's correct.
And this is what we've got
Yeah, I
here.
was
And it's
gonna-
such a great product. Now, here is the big question I've been asked multiple times. which square do you buy? Do you buy, this one's called the Mega Square.
The mini Mega Square.
Mini Mega. This one is
Monster Square.
the Monster Square. Now, here's the question, what shape do you buy? What size do you buy? But also, what material you buy it in? So talk about, so we can get this in aluminum, we can get it in cast. What's the advantages over these?
When I was building let's take it one step back. When I was building the steel versions, what I would find is that weld beads stick to steel. That's what welding is all about.
But you're making them out of cold rolled steel.
They're hotly pickled and oiled.
Okay.
But what the weld spatter would stick to them all the time. Even the fabricator ones. So I did some research and found out that cast iron has an extremely high resilience to weld spatter. And I'm like, okay, that sounds like the material I want. And two, gray cast iron has a very low elasticity to it.
Okay.
So if this were to technically fall off the floor, if it doesn't break, it's probably still square. Where a steel version, it would probably bend and you wouldn't know it. And you're using a tool that's probably not calibrated anymore, if you want to use that in machinist terms. So if it doesn't break, you're still good.
But I'll tell you, I've dropped mine more than once, twice, or more. Never broke.
I know. Well, that's the biggest question too. Everybody says cast iron is so brittle, it's so brittle, but I think if it's designed correctly, it can do the job properly and not break off.
Nice.
Okay, but it has those advantages in the weld spatter area and the stability of the material. That's a good word for it. Stability.
I like that. So now let's talk about the aluminum. So you can also get this in cast iron aluminum, 2 different sizes.
Yep.
But here's the aluminum. Let's talk about the aluminum. What's its big advantage?
Weight, hands down. That's what it's all about. It's just physical weight. We're not always on the welding bench. We're not always in a perfect position where you're bending down, you're leaning over, and you're holding one hand.
Yes.
Where weight becomes that
issue.
That issue.
But I will say one of the things I found out with these. So here's the cast iron Mega Square. Oh no, this is the aluminum.
Yep,
that's the aluminum. Also, let's just pretend it's cast iron. What I do like about it, what's behind me? What I do like about it is he was talking about the aluminum are lighter, but there are times that I want the weight because I can put this here. I could put a piece of steel on it, put another one here, and it doesn't fall over. It has the mass to keep it in position, and that's one of the things I like about it. So when I say which one do you buy, it's a hard decision, to be honest. I've got a full set of these, and I'll be honest, I use them all for all the reasons we have. One doesn't just work, but if you had to buy one, okay, I'm going to challenge myself. If I had to buy one, it would probably be the Mega Square in the cast iron. That would be me. What's your shot?
It would probably, for me, depending on the project I work on, I prefer this one, believe it or not.
There you go. There you go.
Because most material sizes, that's the other thing. The sizes are accordingly to the material that I work with. I work with 3 inches and under.
Okay. So that's a really good idea. I work with all weird materials, so.
And the most common is 1 inch to 2 inch.
Okay.
So the 1.5 inches fits perfect for that to me.
Okay.
And that's a big advantage. Two, if you lay this flat, if this is too tall, it blocks your access to get to the corner. So you always want the shortest where possible. So if you turn this on its side, right, and you wanted to get down into something down here, the Mega Square, it kind of blocks your angle.
Okay.
So I always try to use small squares if needed.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then the big ones for big material or even more accuracy.
I think what you're saying is you have more finesse than I do.
3 megabits.
I go for size and weight.
Sure.
I don't know if I'm trying to overcome.
Seriously, as soon as they turned it on, it went.
Well, what's funny is I just fabricated a frame at work. It was 96
it's blocking something.
by
It's
5
actually
feet wide.
so solar inverter.
So that's a long piece of material, and that's all I used was this, and I was 16,000 square.
Yeah, but
With just that short little
But I
distance.
tell you what, the
You
second we turned it
fabricators
off,
know that's a tough
Chris and I
market.
both watched our
It's really good. So you're depending on, I'm not worried about the square, I'm worried about how
transformer. It's got a lot of harmonic distortion in it.
That's where the air is
Stop
going to
if you know what I'm
my parts.
Because he's
So
also by
let's
the
talk
pole
about
over here.
two more things, and
You
we'll
don't have
try to
certain
get back to
filters in
ones that
place.
already eaten.
It'll jump
What are the
transformers.
tolerances you have
What?
these
Well,
mills?
we
It's
got a
impressive.
solution.
because
Well,
right
especially
now,
over the summer.
right now,
Well,
2.5 segment, my average is 2.6 megabit up.
Of course.
And I capped it at 2.5.
Actually, the casting
2.4
itself.
2.4 gigahertz, not using 5 gigahertz. So
No, I'm on the 5, but I capped in my settings for the stream. I
Plus or
capped
minus
it
5,000, what is that, 12 inches?
knowing that it would be the average.
Plus or minus 5,000 on a 12 inches.
Oh,
That is amazing, so especially for fabrication. Even in machinist world, it's pretty good. I was working on a Chinese milling machine, and I had to actually regrind the saddle. It was off 5,000ths of an inch over 12 inches. That is ridiculous. That is, so to keep this square, that is great. Now, when we're also talking about square, how many of you guys, when you cut your steel, I don't know if you're going to be able to see this, have a little kind of an angle on it. Now, if you have a saw like some people do where it actually has two angles going on it, it makes it tough, don't you say, to keep it square? Yeah, he's nodding his head. I own that bandsaw too. So what is great is we can clamp this together, keep it square. Okay, I'm not going to bring this up, it's not the right height. Actually, no, we'll just keep it this way. This is going to give you the ability to fill in, weld that in, and because the square is so strong, that it is going to hold it square, and it's a big time saver on that point.
You don't have to use you're not relying on your cuts.
Yes.
Especially 45s, you could be off quite a bit.
Yes.
And you just fill it in, because I don't care what the cut condition looks
Right.
like. I just want the rest of the tuner to match.
So now you've got a special deal for Barzy people today.
Yeah.
And you've got free shipping.
Yep.
So you can actually come up, have a conversation with Jason.
Yep.
it starts in the fail.
And he's all set up to take orders with him right now, credit card orders.
Or you can order on your smartphone and use the promo code Summer Bash.
Okay.
If you want to, or if you don't have a smartphone, come see me and I can help you order too.
Okay.
So we'll talk about savings. That's a huge savings. The cast iron stuff is shipped across the country. We're shipping almost 65, 70 pounds.
Saving
Almost $65.
Getting coated right in 15 and something like that.
So you're going to do free shipping with the promo code, but they can also come up to you, have a great conversation. Also, these are all made in the United States. They're cast up in Spokane, Washington, machine, design, everything. This is an American product. You guys got to check it out. There's some over here on the table. Also have a conversation with you. All right. Jason, thank you for coming out. Also, it's been great that you're supporting the bash. All right, guys, let's get back to eating.
Thank you.
No, I think he's just getting the one drawing.
thought you won. No, I just got the ticket. Yeah, silent. It was a silent vote.
Yeah, through here. We'll need like 12 more napkins.
I don't need
Maybe
12.
like 12 more napkins.
12?
Otherwise,
I need a paper towel.
yeah.
I appreciate it.
Well, you put on the yarn lost any weight.
Okay, I looked for it.
I appreciate it.
You didn't see it? Oh, Shade on HKW. That's his channel name? Alright, got it. You weren't here, and I was showing people. So you came back, I'm like, oh, hey, we're good. Live stream of Andrew eating his lunch.
Okay, guys, we got a little announcement. Actually, I have Dennis Nolan on the phone right now. Dennis is he's really helped us out here at the Summer Bash. He is with Seiko Tools and also Niagara Cutters. I don't know. Let me see if I can. Hey, Dennis, can you hear me? Say something again. I want to see if you can come through the microphone.
Hey, tell Chris that he's a snapper.
Chris, I think you have a band. So, hey guys, I want you to give a round of applause for Dennis. He's been sponsoring the Summer Bash. Dennis, are you feeling the love?
Oh yeah, well, it's well worth it. Great group of people. I'm very privileged to be associated with everybody there.
Thank you, Dennis. We love you. I think it's great that now we want you here next year because I almost didn't come when you called me yesterday and said you weren't going to make it to the back. My wife said turn around, so But here, I'm going to.
By the way, dude.
Say that again.
By the way, dude, where's your car? Dude, where's your car?
We love you, Dennis. I've got to turn the mic. So Dennis, I've got to go because I'm going to turn the microphone over to the guy in the pink shirt. He's got a great announcement.
All right, you guys. So we have a winner for the AI face converter that you guys registered for online. All right, I'm gonna step over here away from the speaker. All right, so the winner, and I don't know if the winner's here. They have an Arizona phone number, and I tried calling a few times and sent a text message, and nobody. Wait a minute. Nobody got back to me. So if you guys know this person, hit them up and tell them to call me. Jeff Henley. Jeff Henley is the winner. So it was picked at random. We had 2,116 entries. 2,116 entries. And we use random.org, so it's completely, has nothing to do with us. It's completely random. So if we can get a hold of him sometime today, we'll get him on the phone. But thank you guys for participating, and we actually were down. Last year we had 4,547 entries. The year before we had 7,700 entries. So we only had 2,116 entries. So hopefully next year you guys can really help us to promote that and get the word out there and get more people, because I don't know what's happening, but we're losing momentum here. So everybody has one? I don't think that's true, but all right. Well, turn it back over to Dale.
A funny side business. My dad was in the irrigation business, selling big wheel lines, circles, that kind of stuff. And his whole goal by 55 was to sell everybody in his region, and it was a multiple state region. He put himself out of business by selling almost every farmer in the area where he couldn't afford to stay open anymore because everybody already owned one. You guys might be in that same problem. No. All right, guys. Chris, thank you. And we're still going to have another phase converter that you're giving away. But that's going to happen after lunch.
I don't know how well you can hear right now. I'm trying to scarf down food as quick as I can so we can get back into it. We've got a little bit of recorded footage that happened earlier today, so I'm trying to get that going. We can thank Aaron for that one as well. So, thank you guys for sticking in here with it, and while we're trying to scarf down a little bit of food. Hey, Aaron, spot here. Yeah, that way we can do that. Okay. Okay, cool. Looks like people are still there. That's good. Oh my goodness. Yeah. So all the shady spots, I'm like kind of half in the sun. I will give you guys a view of something, I suppose, what's going on. But things that I was told will be happening here shortly. Emma will be announcing the winner of her competition. I've been giving Jimmy a chance to eat his food, and then we'll sit down and have a one-on-one. Something's flying over. Let's go see what that is. Yeah, so that's the plan for the next couple hours. We'll have a couple more giveaways as well. So, oh wow, I'm taking heaps of this table. Those are World War II. Damn, that's cool. Must have something going on. But anyways, be back shortly. Gonna grab some more content here and be right back.
Man, I tell you what. Not really, but yeah, doing something else. It's a breeze. That was really nice. I don't think there was any breeze last year.
No, there wasn't. It was just fairly still. Yeah.
That went down well. Yeah, I just give it. I'm giving up.
They're going to do something.
That's why I got a beer.
For that one or not something else.
We've been trying to produce this video.
All right, we can stick your finger.
Can't see anything.
Pull a razor
Did you start this, the encode? Can you encode it locally and then I'll get you the drive?
Yeah, it's on there right now. It's
Okay.
working.
Okay, I'm going to grab it. Oh, say hi, buddy.
Yeah, one red, there's not very much on it.
Oh, it takes so much. It's a mess.
We are 8 minutes away. Or sorry, we're almost done.
Can you make a decision?
Hey guys, that's
We want to.
I did just say that we were going to do your announcement soon.
Yeah.
So when you're ready,
When?
you tell me.
What's your announcement? You're moving to America?
Top of the hour. So Emma's announcement at the top of the hour. Okay, here we go.
She held a toolmaking contest.
No, she says she's announcing that she's deflecting.
Becoming an American and stay here illegally.
You don't have to work. You don't have to work or anything when you come here.
Donald Trump.
You get everything for free. You might end up in like a special camp or something. But...
Well, you can concentrate on what you did wrong.
Right.
Oh.
Tell the people in the Shark River, are there sharks?
No.
Has there ever been a shark in the Shark River?
Yes.
Okay.
We still, the upper Shark River, which is just a stream now, we have fossilized shark teeth.
Oh, okay. So we're going back millions of years rather than hundreds.
Yeah. Matter of fact, that was one of the big things that I did with my sons when they were in school. They would take a class trip and we'd go up the upper Shark River. It's a county park there. And we'd go in the stream and hunt for shark's teeth.
Okay. Fun. Okay, that was with arrowheads in the desert as a child.
We got them too.
Okay, there you go.
Yeah, the Lenni Lenape Indians were in our area.
What part of Jersey?
Right down on the beach. Okay. Right, dead center in the middle of the state on the beach.
Man, sorry.
All over.
Looks like it's done. You might need to format this thing, I don't know.
You need to format this.
Do it.
It's been a long longer than that.
Start. We'll erase all data.
And it's
Yeah, that's fine. Don't worry about it. Nothing out of it means anything.
Okay, so this one I titled Format Complete. ZZZ.
Cheap and easy. It's a generic term. All food products have to have nutritional information, despite there not being any nutrition in it.
Serving size plus is 355 minutes. Oh, there it is. I was like, 40 grams.
They won't let you do it?
No, I just couldn't figure out where my YZZZ is way up here and not really.
How big is it? How big is it?
Probably a gig.
In terms of calories.
Everything. Probably, let me tell you. 181 megabytes? Smaller than I thought.
I did it for an iPad. It's only a 3 megabit stream.
It's crazy.
You were doing like DVD or high quality stream.
Yeah.
And I was doing it for streaming web content versus
100% complete.
It shouldn't take much.
Eject. And let's see if this will roll now.
Find out in a second. You formatted it, right?
Yeah.
You formatted it.
Just formatted it. Just said this needs to be formatted. Would you like to answer yes or no?
I can't read it.
Okay. You want just to get my media card? You had no issue with that. Or do you want to reformat it? Jump over there. I'm a redneck. I can fish.
Where do you live?
In the middle of east of Dallas, about 80 miles. It's called Glendale. 7,000 people. But it's got major highways to go through it. It's on 30. It's on 20.
Try it again.
Sorry?
Try it again. Thank you. Sorry about that.
You're born and raised in Texas?
You've been mixed your eyes. You've been mixed your eyes. Alright. No, New Mexico originally. Moved out of there when I was 22. Moved to Phoenix, Arizona. I moved to Albuquerque, Phoenix, Arizona, and then Dallas.
Okay. When you get done with that, Justin, I'm going to put you on the spot.
You put me on the spot?
Yeah.
No worries. We really.
I'm going to strip you naked and make you dance.
Oh, that's cool.
Well, maybe. We are live streaming.
Well, I'll put some pasties on it.
No, actually, I'd like you to. I'll move the camera, give you an opportunity to introduce yourself on the live stream in a way that just cycles who's watching when and where. So, yeah, it'd be good to have that opportunity.
Spare room tool making competition, guys, announced at 1 o'clock.
1 o'clock Pacific time.
1 o'clock Pacific time.
UTC minus.
Chester really is annoying in person if he's on the video.
15 minutes.
He's actually
15 minutes and counting.
In person, he's like the nicest guy.
He's a nice guy on his videos.
Yeah.
He gets a lot of crap, but
Yeah. Oh, a lot of crap.
Lance.
Doesn't read a comment at all.
His actual name is Lance. Nobody knows.
Lance with an S.
Okay.
Yeah, L-A-N-S-E.
I used to actually talk to him pretty regularly back then. Really good. I need my towel.
Yeah,
It's up, you know what? It's up on the
the bench
on the bench, yeah. I left it there last night and I didn't.
Last year he gave us
Oh, the clock is ticking. The countdown to Varsity Industrial. It is incredible. You are not going to believe the amount of swag that's out here and just the level of skill.
I manufacture welding tools for fixturing fabrication, basically large cast iron and aluminum welding fixtures. It's a unique design, kind of like a speed square on steroids, which you can actually clamp to instead of just measure with. They're made out of a material that's designed for welding and fabrication, meaning that they're cast iron, weld beads don't stick to it, and they stay and hold their shape even if they were to fall or drop off the table. The aluminum versions I have are lightweight, and so you can take them in the back of your pickup truck or to a job site, and you necessarily don't need a welding table to make a square, accurate, or flat fabricated parts with them.
I first saw Fireball Tools on Dale's video, build something cool. He was making he needed to build essentially a new table, and it was incredible. I saw him build something completely square on the floor of his shop, not on a welding table, not set up in a jig, and it was perfect. He built two, and then he combined those two squares together that he made, and it was perfectly flawless. I then got online and I bought me the Fireball Tools. I'm serious, guys. They're fantastic. They're awesome. I own them, and I think you should too. So anyway, good job. It's nice to I like meeting people who think like this and he's got some stuff coming down the line that's going to blow your mind when you see it. So subscribe to his channel. There'll be a link in the description on this video. Easy enough.
So it's one of the things I like that's nice about the YouTube channel. You got a lot of these people sharing these tips and tricks and stuff that will put you light years ahead, you know, just from a general education that you can get on there. And that's why I say if we had some of our schooling, if we had some of these old timers that knew their stuff, if they would be able to get into some of these schools and train and stuff, and then we can have a new generation of people that can get a nice head start on this trade. Because in my career, I started out, that's how you got trained. You didn't have vocational skill centers, you didn't have too many college courses, and the courses that we did have in there, again, they're at the basic levels, and some of the, I call them the old dog tricks. You're not going to learn those in school. You got to learn them from an old timer that's been down that road.
When it comes to stuff like that in a skilled trade, you don't even know what it is that you don't know.
Yeah,
you know,
exactly, and then that's yeah, because I've had it numerous times when someone would ask me something, and I'd start showing them, and I just think it's common knowledge, and I find out that it's not common knowledge, and I just take it for granted because when I started, that was common knowledge. And so we're losing some of that. But that's one reason I like this YouTube community. I see some of that coming back, and I love it. So it's I've met a lot of people. They said that the only training they have has been YouTube. And yeah, they may be a little bit green, but boy, I tell you what, I'm amazed at how well they're doing with just the YouTube University education. And I like I say, we got a lot of talent on there, and I think it's getting better all the time, and it's just a wealth of information and shared ideas. So I've learned a lot, and I just want to offer what I can back if anybody else can get a few pointers that's a benefit to them. And YouTube channel is it's a Solid Rock Machine Shop Incorporated. We cover machining and grinding and some different things like that. And so, like I say, we've been really excited. You know, Stan learned a lot from him on his videos over here too. You know, and so one of the highlights of the trips was being able to get to meet him and Randy Richards and some of these other guys that I've been corresponding with. And so, yeah, we really love the event so far. And Stan, again, I can't thank you enough for doing all the hard work and sponsoring this. I mean, that's
How was
awesome.
your class? Thanks for doing that, man.
I think it went over good, the feedback I'm getting, but maybe they're just being nice to me.
I'm too big for them to come at me, so, you know.
I've been called unapproachable. So
Okay.
okay.
Well, that got its benefits sometimes too.
Well, you know, if you're there and you're a little grumpy looking, you don't get bothered as much. People don't come up and go, "Hey, Stan, can you do this? Can you do that?" They just go, "Wow, that guy looks pissed. I better leave him alone."
Yeah, there you go.
I didn't fall for it.
No, you didn't. You go, "Hey, man, how you doing?"
There you go.
It's the bash. This is where you come to meet everybody that's got all the channels and has everything going. I'm working on my channel, Ridgewood Machine, and trying to learn from these guys so I can make myself better at what I do. I like solving problems and I like making stuff. So that kind of works together. A lot of what I do is fixing tools for the guys at work that have torn them up over the years or just let them come apart. So I'll put them back together. I figure out ways to make them better and make it happen.
Shark River Machine, and I'm a retired automotive machinist, and now I just have a home shop, hobby shop pretty much, where I make tools and make tools for my machines to make more tools.
It's like a never-ending circle.
It's a never-ending circle. Yeah. You know, I cut my teeth in a machine shop, and it's just been a part of my life. And I like the creativity, the problem solving, the precision. I enjoy that. It's great. I watched it live last year and I was jumping out of my skin saying I should be there. And so I flew from New Jersey to be here today, and I got a hold of Stan and said I'd like to come as a creator sponsor, and he said sure, come enjoy it. And a great time. I attended the grinding class this morning and really had a good time with that. Looking forward to seeing some more of the creators that I follow, and some of my followers, my viewers will be here tomorrow. So I'm looking forward to meeting some of them. It's going to be more camaraderie than anything. Getting to meet people and talk to people and get fresh ideas.
Around all of my friends I haven't seen in a year.
Are these your only friends?
Pretty much. I had to pay him to say that a little bit. What do I owe you? We're not good enough friends to get invited over to his new pool. Yeah.
Chris, what do I owe you for being my friend?
$14 million. Wait, how much is that? My wife wants that pool. How much is that? How much was your pool? $97,000. Okay, so that's what I need.
You got a YouTube channel, don't you?
You got a YouTube channel, don't you?
I do?
Yeah.
Oh my God, I've been watching you for...
Planes get above like this big, they're free.
Well, yeah, the one I gave you, I got for free.
That one you sent me the Craigslist ad, I got for free. Because two strong people had to move it.
You should show them the little mic.
Wait, hold on.
Oh, it's glorious. It's just simply glorious.
Isn't it? It only goes to 3/8.
Can you hang that on the wall underneath
I could.
the 20-incher?
Look at that.
That's so awesome.
Okay, hey guys. We're working on it. Whew. Is that on? Let me make sure I got everything right. Hey, can you guys see me? Oh, I just ran up. I'm gonna switch camera. Oh no. Yeah, I'm gonna switch cameras. Hang on. Okay. I ran out of time. I had a video playing. I'm like, hey, we got 34 seconds to make it up the hill and get over here. Hey, Chris, do me a favor. Can you find Emma and tell her I'm up here for her announcement?
I can.
Okay, thank you.
I just don't want to be caught on camera with a beer.
Or, you know, talking about it while we're streaming. Every single time you say something. Every time. It doesn't matter. Oh my goodness. Hey folks, how's it going? Yeah. Okay, sorry, catching my breath. Just ran up the hill. Okay, hang on. I'm gonna change camera angles, a bunch of stuff. We got a couple announcements going on. We've got some fun stuff happening. Hey, what's that? Oh, no, it's okay. Because I'm watching the preview as well, so I can kind of see where everything is framed and stuff like that. But let's see if I'm here. And here. Oh, that's good. This is fine. Where we're at. This isn't bad. Okay. Good. So we're getting set up for Emma's announcement. I don't know who the winner is. She almost said something earlier, and we were streaming, so I told her to stop.
Would you like a 5-hour energy, blue or peach?
Ooh, peach mango.
I didn't say what flavor. I said
blue or peach.
Because
Yeah.
everybody knows blue tastes like blue raspberry, and everybody knows that purple tastes like grape. But you don't know what you're going to get with the orange.
Peach mango. I will try it.
Ugh.
All right.
Whatever can keep us going.
Here, get in the camera. You're like barely in the frame. If you're going to do it, we're going to do it.
Did you get the winner on
which part?
On the
Your AI? Yeah. But if you'd like to say it again, you know what? That's what I was going to check. I think the winner for the AI is somebody from the Titans of CNC community, and that's why I know the name.
Oh.
You said it was Jeff Henley?
Jeff Henley? Yeah.
I'm going to check real quick. Sorry,
Jeff
guys.
Henley.
We're checking. I'm going to Facebook here.
I'm going to dig the ribs out of my teeth while I'm sitting here, too.
Well, yeah,
Sorry,
check it
guys.
out on camera. Hey, guys.
I have this weird thing where every time I eat meat, it's in my teeth.
Because, all right, never mind. Titans of CNC Academy. If you guys are not aware of what Titans of CNC Academy is, go find out. Look it up. It's a good curriculum. I teach the curriculum. I've got a small group in the Raleigh area, and it's not just for machining though, right? So I teach it to a group of makers, and we sometimes do it on machine, in CNC mill, but sometimes we make it on the 3D printer or the X-Carve or something like that. So if you guys are interested, CAD, CAM, design stuff, I would check that out. Okay, so here's this, and Jason, lots of people. You said it was Jeff
Healy.
Healy or Henley? Hensley or Henley?
Henley.
You sure there's not an S in there?
No, unless you misspelled his name. Hold on. It says Jeff Henley,
yeah, no,
but
I
it's
see it.
JM.
No, don't, because we're broadcasting.
Yeah, I know. I
But
just said JMH.
right. What's the phone number on that?
It's an Arizona phone number.
Okay, so this isn't it. Yeah, I don't know. I'll have to check.
Yeah, we'll figure it out.
I'll look in the.
I'm gonna go give away some other stuff. So
Okay, cool.
I'll be back.
Thank you. Oh, hey, do you have your energy drink? I've never actually drank these before.
They're really nice. They don't make you crash or anything.
I hope not.
And they don't make you all jittery.
It's going to give you stones.
Oh. That's awful.
You're going to get stones.
That's awful tasting. Oh my god.
Yeah, it is.
Don't ever do that. And I'm on camera doing that. Awesome. The video and sound is better. Cool. Chris, thank you for the comments about audio. You know, that was every year I try to do something better. Last year we worked on video. This year we worked on audio. I spent the better part of 6 to 8 months doing that, and an awful lot of money. But yeah, good. Okay, you're here. Come over, I'll show you. Basically, there. Oh, get Steven in too. There's room. I'll move out of the way. I don't care. We've got that. We'll wait until
Can you hear me?
Dale's done.
Without it? Can anyone else hear me without it?
Hang on a second. We'll see. The PA is drowning a little bit.
Is there a plug we can pull out?
Is there a what?
One plug pull out on Dale.
There's actually a volume on that.
On Dale.
We're streaming still. Tell you what, let's do two things. First things first. We're gonna make this a little better. Right? How's that look? Good? Okay. Next part. Yeah. Thank you. Okay. Hey, Justin. There's a speaker over here somewhere.
Speaker? You want it down?
It's got a volume on the back. He put a potentiometer on the back. I tell you what. You know what? This year, there's been more people involved in little ways that have made a big difference. Little people just adding things, or just everybody helping out. That's made a big difference. All right, it's all you. This is me. This is your announcement. I should not even be in the picture.
That's all right. Who's
We'll
watching?
Who's watching? Oh, okay. So now that we've got this part, so you should be looking up there.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah. So.
Okay, there's some pretty cool names there.
JB.
Hey, JB.
Go to 11 on Dale. I'm sorry, it's stuck there. It's not. Doesn't go up. Nice. So yeah, there's a.
So it's time.
It's a good group. I mean, if we.
It's a good group.
About 144 people.
We're checking you all out.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay, go ahead and introduce the.
We've got a GoPro here to give away.
My son.
And I've also got a Randy Richard Scribe. Look at this.
That's my son.
Hex Randy Richard Scribe.
Nice.
This year we.
Don't hold the mic like that. They gotta be able to hear it.
Are we right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just clip it on your phone.
Let's do that.
Just clip it on there.
Right. No feedback? No, that's good.
Yeah.
This is the second year we've run I've run a tool making competition, and this year the prize is a GoPro. Last year's winner sent a huge box of accessories for this. So if you win this, if you made a video and we've got your name and you've won this, you've won a better camera, pretty much a better camera kit than anyone here at the Bash has got. So it's pretty awesome. Now there's been some amazing, totally amazing entries. We've had 24 really good entries. Everyone's pushed themselves, and the reason I started this competition was because there's a lot of videos out there a bit like watching paint dry, and really we need to lift that bar. And everyone who's entered this competition, 24 entries, everyone's pushed themselves so much. Everyone's pushed themselves so much, and there's been some awesome watching, and we really enjoyed it. And I'm pretty happy to post this anywhere in the world and to post this too. So without any further ado, I think Stephen's got the winners.
Are you going to do the announcement? So change the mic. Swap the mic.
We need a runner-up, don't we?
We have a runner-up.
Your son's got impeccable time.
Yes.
He'll be calling now. That's great.
Okay, last year I was a participant in Emma's tool making competition, and so this year when she decided to do it again, I volunteered to help her out because I know she had a tough time making a decision. So I was the guest judge, if you will, and for the runner-up prize, which is the Randy Richard Carbide Scribe, stainless steel with a hex handle. It is ACUS, making and lapping a bench block.
There's an awesome video, Sake. It's a really good video. Pushed yourself, pushed us, and made us think that some nice tool making is possible. So we really enjoyed the video, and congratulations.
Okay, for the GoPro outfit, which includes the accessory package, which was donated by last year's winner of Shadow Dog 500. First place for Emma's Spare Room Machine Shop tool making competition is Adventures with a Very Small Lathe, his screwdriver sharpener. And this was based on entertainment value and participation in the infamous rule number 2. So make sure you contact Emma with your shipping address so that we can get these posted out to you.
And go have a look at the playlist. It's on my channel. One of my playlists is competition, 2018 tool making competition. They're all watchable. It was a pretty difficult field to choose from. They're all really watchable, but check out the winner, check out the runner-up. Watch it with your kids. The winner's video is fantastic. You've got to go and see it. Give them a shout out. So, on top of that, I think we need to thank some of our sponsors.
Of course, my sponsor list fell on the floor.
We need to say, hey, look, Chris, you've made everyone. Chris at American Rotary has made everyone here so welcome and done so much and made things like this possible. Made it an awesome experience to come halfway around the world and to present this. So I'm going to give a shout out to Chris because he's a great guy. He deserves it. He put so much into this event. I'm going to give a shout out to Randy who's passed this on. Go and check out his channel and go and buy one. They're a beautiful tool. They're not magnetic. Go and get one. And to Stan, who's done a totally amazing job of organising this crazy event. It's big. It's bigger than you ever imagined if you haven't been here. It's my second year. Huge thanks to everyone who's made it possible, and I'm going to be back, I reckon. I wasn't going to, but I think I will. So congratulations to Adventures with a Very Small Lathe and to ACUS for winning, and get me an email if you're watching this. I'll announce it on my channel. We'll make a video. We might even get some of this footage if we can. Maybe.
I'll see.
We'll see.
Yeah.
And thanks to this guy in the green shirt too, because he does an amazing job.
Thank you. Thank you very much. All right. Now, your next assignment, should you choose to accept it, find Jimmy.
Jimmy.
The resta.
I'll find Jimmy. Have you any idea where Jimmy is?
He was supposed to be picking out something to do for a giveaway. So we will be doing. Yeah. No, he's here. I just talked to him at lunch. Yeah. No, I mean I just talked to him at lunch. Yeah, he's here. Yep. All right. Hey, you know what? This is a good time.
What's a good time? How's it going, everybody?
All right. So you probably saw him just a minute ago on that wonderful video we had. If you were on the stream at the time, so we had the video going of kind of interviews and different things that are happening around. So Justin's the one who put that together for me. So this little guy has been all over the place, right? We're collecting videos. People are throwing them in here. So between Aaron and Justin, that's where all the recorded content's been coming from. So it gives me a break, but then it gives you a chance to catch up on what's happening in other places. So I can, like I said, be in multiple places at once.
He's been working so hard for several days to make this happen, to bring the guys that can't be here with us today, and we wish you could. He's making it to where he can bring it to you, and that's incredible. Thank you.
Okay, this is supposed to be your time.
No, it's your time.
So no, in all honesty, why don't you introduce yourself? Because there's quite a few folks. This is around the world. Quite a few folks who may not know who you are, what your channel is. Now's a great time. In fact, here.
Oh,
let's
I
put it
get
on
the
you.
mic. Hey, give me the mic.
This is your opportunity.
Guys, my name is Justin. I am a museum curator, newly full-time YouTuber. So I quit my job as a body technician of 20 years about 3 months ago. I was offered the city of museum curator after volunteering for a small museum in Texas for about 6 months. And they had a blacksmith shop. I drove by, I saw it, I got excited. I told them, hey, I've got a YouTube channel. Can I come in? Can I volunteer? They looked at it and they said, yeah, you're okay. You're fine. They let me in and I started volunteering there, smithing. I started noticing that they needed some of their tools restored and some of the items restored. They, of course, let me jump on it. They've seen my previous tool restoration videos that we put up on YouTube. And Bob's your uncle. It blew up pretty quick. We are 97,000 subscribers. We're that far away from that mystical 100,000 mark, and I'm so happy to be able to bring content and to be able to restore all this equipment so that we can then allow people to come into the museum for free, and we can actually make it a tangible, hands-on experience. We allow people, we have a 16-horse Galloway, which is a 4,000-pound hit and miss motor, and we get kids to get their hands on it. We teach them how to do it. We get them to oil it, and then we fire it up, explain how it runs and why it runs and why it was needed. And it's incredible. Then we turn around, get them to sign a waiver, and put a hammer in their hands, fire up the forge, and we take them blacksmithing. I mean, it is an incredible opportunity. This museum laid dormant for 10 years. The gentleman who started the museum collected every single item in it. It's 10 acres of just amazing outbuildings. And, oh, A-Bomb, I'm sorry. The channel is The Good of the Land. And, of course, I am addicted to your channel. So The Good of the Land is the name of the channel. If we've got a blue wrench on here, maybe they can post a link. But it should come up pretty easy. So, yeah, I'm pretty much just... I quit a 40-hour-a-week job to take a 190,000-hour-a-week job. I love it. I'm so excited. And and the second the opportunity got proposed for me to come out to Bar Z, I was, as an invite as a YouTuber, I couldn't believe it. I was excited. I got here as quick as I could. I'm staying like a day or two later, and it's just an amazing group of guys. So I'm not a machinist, but I need to learn how to become a machinist. And I need to learn machining, and that's going to take me a long time, but I wanted to surround myself with people that are more knowledgeable than me in almost every way and learn. I'll be sitting behind one of the Miller lathe and I'll be listening to Stan talk, and I won't capture half of what he says, but I guarantee you in a year from now, with the hard work that I plan to put in so that I can restore this museum, I'm going to gather more knowledge, and that's kind of what my channel's about, is helping other people just raise up another level and, support each other. The same thing with YouTube. Man, I've met so many incredible YouTubers here. It's just been
How about figuring
awesome.
out that one of the guest hosts lives like down the street?
Oh yeah, it's incredible. Like, we have people that are
Is it Gary?
right around the corner. Yeah.
Gary Cute?
Yeah. So Gary,
is like really close.
Gary is, he's within he's as far away from me as I am from the museum. So we're both in the same area. So Gary, he's a machinist. He's going to be coming down and helping out. And the cool thing about the YouTube channel that's a little different is I have a location where I am every single Saturday. So if you're a YouTuber, or if you're someone who watches the channel, or you're interested in history or any of these processes, or you want to learn to blacksmith, you can find us. We're on 2900 Main in Lindale, Texas, and I'm there every Saturday. We just started a farmer's market. It's pretty awesome. And bringing the museum back. So you just watch the videos, like us if you like us, and you want to do something that's very family oriented, come down and hang out with us. You can see all the restorations we've done. And if you're a YouTuber and you're looking for amazing content and you want to show other people your skills and you want to collaborate with a channel that's willing to collaborate, I don't care about people's size. I care about people's desire to want to do something and to create. It's like a passion in my life, and I know it's a passion for everyone that's watching this feed right now, because most of your skill level is significantly higher than mine. So I would love for you guys to come down and teach me something. Just awesome. The sponsorships here too, by the way, American Rotary, the phase converter. I don't know if you guys have seen this thing, but it's incredible. I'm standing 5 feet away from a phase converter and you can't hear it, and it's been running through the entire time. It's amazing. And I mean, it's just, I don't know, it's incredible. I can't believe this.
It's kind of fun, isn't it?
It's
yeah.
I don't know. I don't even know how to describe it.
It's a little surreal the first time you come out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's
All right,
neat.
well, excellent.
Pleasure. Thanks,
you.
man.
Yeah.
Let's give it up for Tom, ladies and gentlemen.
Whatever. And thanks to you for, again, recording some of this great content. Hey, I got to eat lunch because you recorded some content. Right? To me, you're my hero. Trust me. Anybody that's seen me knows I like to eat. I like my food. Yeah.
What's up?
All right. Let's fix the camera a little bit. How's that looking? So yeah, I'm pretty sure we're gonna be doing a giveaway here in a couple minutes. So I'm just getting my stuff ready so we can do a giveaway. And the one thing that has managed to walk off is the pen. Love it. That's okay. I keep spares. This is why I keep spares too. Can't trust anyone with a pen. All right, so what do you guys think so far? Let's get back on this. What do you guys think so far of what I've been showing? Because we're kind of at the halfway point, or just past the halfway point. There's still a lot going on. I've only shown one of the challenges. We had one of the courses, right? The TIG welding course. We haven't really gone over to the vendor area yet. I'd like to do that and show people the vendor area. There's some more interviews and things like that, and then I'm trying to do a little bit more with the giveaways, because we can definitely do more of that. So what do you guys think? What else would you like to see from the day? We got a few hours, so let me know. Let's see. So I'm going to take a look at chat, see how things are going. Text, okay, good. Awesome. I tell you what, guys, now that Justin's not here, he's awesome. I mean, in all honesty, I met him for the first time yesterday, and I mean, the guy is just so likable. That energy, that's how he is. It's really kind of fun, and what he's doing is really cool. Go check out his videos. It's really good content. I mean, I'll be honest with you, it's much better content than what I produce, plain and simple. So yeah, I thought it was great. Okay, so what are we seeing here? One video featuring Lego building backwards. Okay. Love channel plugs. Yeah, I thought it was pretty good, man. You're saying any phase converter is loud. Who said that? I just saw it and then it jumped on me. I missed it. Turn Master. You know, some are loud, some aren't. And what's amazing is, so this one, I put the decibel meter on it when we fired it up, and it was coming in right about 66 decibels. Now it's hard to tell exactly what it was, because we've got all this stuff going on around us. There's people talking, things like that. And so it was kind of tough, but I was reading right about 66 decibels. So it was kind of cool. More raffle, the raffle prizes. Hey, Adam, so we got some video of that, because again, I'm in multiple places and that happens all day. So Justin and Aaron both got the video. I do have some, so I will throw some on in a minute. Jimmy's talking to Randy right now, so I'm just waiting for him to get done and come over here. When I'm done with that, then I can go ahead and I'll put some of that stuff in there. But yeah, we'll definitely do some of that. What else? So in case you guys didn't know, let the vendors do their speeches? Yeah, maybe. Actually, believe it or not, there's only a couple of vendors that are actually here. So I will go, they're actually right behind me on this row over here. So we'll do that. Just so you guys can see, I'm gonna swing the camera around just so you can see. That's where I mean, you can see all I did was rotate the camera around. That's where the phase converter is, and it's running. The fan that's up, you guys can't see it. That fan right there is louder. Like, you can't tell the phase converter is running. Oh, Justin's back. Quit talking back about him.
What's up?
Hey, I was just going through the chat, and you should have just gotten a bunch. If you're getting notifications for new subs, you should have just gotten a bunch.
Oh, awesome.
Because there were quite a few people who said that they were, checking your stuff out and subscribing, and yeah, so it's good.
We work hard to make those videos good for you guys.
That's what I was saying. I was telling them that your content's tons better than the stuff that I put out. So, oh no, it is. Honestly, it's very well polished, right? You don't just create content; you tell a good story with it. So,
try to.
No, I actually really appreciate it. Yeah, it's good stuff. All right, so let's see. Good job. Cool. Everybody's waiting for Jimmy. All right, you know what? I'm gonna go kidnap him. Here, I'll let you watch. Okay. I'm gonna go grab him.
So, telescopic cage?
Oh. No, I'm not going to interrupt that. He's getting a class. Guys, he's getting a class on metrology from Randy Richard. So specifically, he's using snap gauges. So I don't want to interrupt that. I mean, that's the one nice thing about being here for him is he's kind of getting to be just a normal guy instead of, you know, it's Duresta, ah! And I know there's a few people watching this stream right now who can relate to that, right? So, you know, Jimmy's trying to learn, and I want to give him time to, you know, get that. So he'll be over here when he can. This might be a good time for me to put in some of that recorded content. So I think that's what I'm going to do. Let's see. I want to give the camera a second to catch up to everybody. See how this is going. Steve Summers. Yeah, I was wondering if you were coming or not, but it would have been nice if you could have been here, but that's okay. Oh, and hey, I bought I bought Tom's shaper, the little 7-inch shaper. So I'm going to be hitting you up soon about how to use these things. I've never run one before. So, did James get, no, Kilroy didn't make it either, Adam. Yeah. There's a good number of folks who, for one reason or another, weren't able to make it this year. So I expect next year actually ought to be, you know, much different attendance. So it'll be good. Turn camera to the people and talk. Okay, yeah, I can do that too. Cool. We will definitely do that. All right. Good. I'm catching up a little bit on chat, seeing what's going on. Okay, I'm gonna put some recorded content on for you guys, and then we'll be back in a few minutes. So first things first, I gotta find the content. What are we doing here? Oh, here. Let me check something real quick. This is a much better view. Okay, remember the Joe Pie challenge that we did earlier? Aaron got some close-up, much better video. So I'm gonna put that on and let you guys watch that challenge, and then I'll probably queue up a couple of recordings while I give things time to work through. And then I think we also have Jim and Bo Bollinger here, and so let me get this in here and see if I can. You guys get to watch me fight with my computer again, and we'll see how hard this is to do. But there's some cool stuff, I gotta admit. All right, so that was there. Here. All right, folks, switching you over now.
Come on, get straight.
How you doing? Good.
It's got a mind of its own.
The guy beat me on the time. I had one. Don't make you sweat. Yeah. What was your time here? 1:22.0. And the pass time was 1 less than 1.
Very good.
Yeah, right.
2 hits, 250. As long as you enjoyed it, that's all that matters.
Well, never in my life taken a notice to a printing press before that day. I sent him pictures of it. He said, see if you can buy it. I called the owner, and the owner was hard pressed to sell it to me. I paid $400 for it. It was completely frozen solid. It had been sitting outside in the rain for over 30 years, he said. And the shop was closed. It was no longer in business. His dad passed away, and he was slowly getting rid of all the stuff. And so I made a deal, and I sent him a check, and he called me. He's in Arizona. He goes, when the check clears, I'll tell you, you can go and take it. So I went and took it. The neighbors all thought I was stealing it. I was like, no, no, no. I made a deal with the owner and brought it back to my house. I started trying to free up the joints, and it was very difficult. I actually even gave up on it because I couldn't get the joints froze. I was using Gibbs oil, torches. I was about to melt half the joints. I was getting them so hot, trying to cool them. And then one day it occurred to me, and it's in the video if you ever watch it, I put the flywheel back on it and I started shaking the flywheel. And by shaking the and that was a trick that an old tractor mechanic told me. He said if you want to free up your 4-cylinder engine on your old tractor, put it in gear and shake the rear wheel, lift everything up, and then the whole drivetrain will free up everything else. And so because of that little tip the tractor guy told me, I was able to get the machine freed up. And since then I've printed hundreds and hundreds of these posters on it, and that started my fetish for printing presses. Now I have about 6 of them. And I have about 5 of them around the country that I have to go pick up from fans that are willing to give it to me if I want it. So I own about 10 printing presses right now. Anyway, my oldest one is from 1860, and I got it on Long Island. My dad was at a garage sale, and the woman said, well, it's getting thrown in a dumpster tomorrow if nobody buys it. So my dad said, you got to come here and save this beautiful machine. So at about midnight, me and my dad took the machine apart and carried it up the stairs in pieces. And that's one of my favorite machines. And if you've ever seen my videos, it's the one I printed my business cards on. So it's a foot lever one. So. The one you did the wheel red? Yeah, the one I did the wheel red was the one that I very first got. Yeah, that's the very first one I got. Yeah, that's the one that I started these on. And a funny story is I've sold hundreds of these, maybe thousands at this point, but I made the video, I needed something to print, and so I said this as a joke once on this is what I used to tell all my clients when I would do installs. They'd go, well, is it straight? And I go, well, does it look straight? They go, it looks straight, but is it straight? I go, if it looks straight, it is straight. Because I'm building things in all these pre-war apartments that are all crooked. So if it looks right in the room, it's straight, when the whole room is crooked. So that was a joke, and I printed it. And then you guys know Martin from Winter Garden, the guy who makes the marble machines? Yeah. Martin contacted me the day I posted that video. He's like, I want to buy one of those. Actually, I was doing the Instagram stories, and so that's when Martin said, I'm buying one of those from you. I don't care if you're selling them or not. I'm going to he sent me $200 through PayPal, and he got the very first poster. So if Martin's listening to the live stream, thank you, Martin. And that started it. And then from there, I started selling these. I never intended on selling them. I was just going to do that one video, one and done. And now I can't make these fast enough. So if anybody else outside this room is listening, thank you very much. And thank you for having me, guys. I really appreciate it.
So I want to ask you one of your stories. So talking about the wheel going back and forth.
Yeah.
My brother Don has this whole philosophy called the bolt logic.
Right.
And how to loosen up a bolt. And we always have this idea that you just got to keep cranking on. No, you rock it back and forth, just like trying to get a car out of the mud.
Right.
And the same thing with bolts. So give that a try. And also, if you're restoring a printer.
Yeah. Any movement will beget more movement, and that's good when you need to loosen something, and it's bad when you're trying to keep something steady. So if the slightest bit of movement, it's just going to get looser eventually. So that's a theory that I always kind of keep in mind when I'm trying to restore something that's frozen. If I get the slightest bit of movement, I know I'm in the game. If I get nothing, I got to keep working at it. So.
Very cool.
Yeah.
So he's got some swag here we're going to give away, and what's going to happen is you're going to come up to me and you're going to tell me your favorite Duresta video or your favorite thing that you learned from Duresta. We got limited edition items here, and I think that's just a good way to do it. We're going to see if they're really true.
And you're the judge. I brought what I had.
Early gig. Axe videos.
All right, you guys. Let's get back to the party. Get some food going.
Yeah, come up and talk to Dale. He'll be the judge of things. Like I said, I bring this stuff with me. People always say, "Do you have ice picks with you?" I never bring them with me because I end up giving them all away. And I actually don't have any because I took a plane with a carry-on, so I didn't bring any with me. But when I'll bring like 20 ice picks with me, and I'll just give them all away because I can't.
I've got one of your ice picks.
I've got a story about that.
What?
Hold on, I got a story about that.
What?
All right, so I had no idea who this guy was.
We met last year at John's place.
Was it last year?
Yeah,
last year.
Yeah,
okay.
at John's place. Yeah.
So I had no idea who you were.
As do a lot of people.
And I'm at NYC CNC, and American Rotary sponsoring his event and his open house. And this cat walks up to me, and he hands me an ice pick at dinner. I took them all out to dinner, and I'm like, I don't know who this guy is I'm buying dinner for either, but but he came along and he listened to our stories and he laughed a little bit and stuff, and so we're at dinner and he hands me an ice pick, and I was like, all right. So and it's got his name on it obviously, so everybody's like, oh my God,
you got a Jimmy DiResta ice pick? And I was like, yeah, I do. Who the fuck is Jimmy DiResta? So I go home, and actually I go back to the hotel that night, and I look you up,
Right.
and I've been following you ever since.
Right on.
And I follow you more on Instagram because
it's more accessible.
yeah, it's easier, and but you got cool stuff.
Oh, thanks.
But man, I love you guys, and
That's
you
kind.
do great stuff, and
Thank you.
I really appreciate you
Thank you.
coming out.
Right on. Thank you.
All
And
right,
I got an
Jim.
American Rotary machine that I'm going to set up very soon because I finally got the amount of amperage I need to set it up. I know.
All right, let's give Jimmy a round.
Thank you, everybody. Thank you. Thank you, Steve.
All right, we're back. Hey, welcome. Look who I found. So here's our camera right here. We're not looking at that one. That's our camera.
Am I looking at the camera?
Yeah.
Hello.
Do you fit in the camera? I
Actually,
can adjust it.
Yeah, I think it needs to go up just a little bit.
I need to go up a little bit. Be on my tiptoes just to. All right, so welcome back. I hope you guys enjoyed my sew thing. That's my
So
tick.
a button?
That is my tick. Yeah.
You're tired.
I hope.
You have no
I'm
idea how
fried.
hard this is, how long.
I am fried.
hot, but it is
What
so
fake?
much fun.
What is this fake stuff? All right, whatever. Okay, so anyways, got.
Who is TR?
I don't know.
Are we offline? Or are we online?
No, we're on. But I mean,
Who
it's
is
possible that.
TR Rackley is fake. Yeah, this looks fake, doesn't it?
No, that was the.
Hey, there's my buddy Terry Cullen. What's up,
All
Terry?
right, Bullwinkle.
Yeah.
You're gonna have to tell me that story later, not
It's
now.
fireman thing. I'll be happy to tell you.
All right. So, anyways, we've got all this stuff going. Good. Looks good. Very good. Just want to check the stream, make sure we're still doing all right. Everything looks good. Cool. So, welcome back, everyone. I hope you liked the recorded content that we inserted in there so you could get a feel for what's going on. Jimmy is still actually in his class right now. But I managed to rope this guy long enough to have a conversation with us.
Sure.
And Jim, so I'm wearing the mic. It should get both of us.
Okay.
I mean,
I'm sure they'll
it'll be
stop
fine.
It. Stop it.
Anyways, Jim, I know quite a few folks saw your class this morning and they had really nice things to say about your class.
Thanks, I appreciate it.
We are not focusing on TIG welding on this part of it. What we do want to do is, for those who don't know who you are, because there are people all over the world, there's like 3 people who don't know who you are. So please introduce yourself, where you're from, your channel, what kind of content you create or focus on.
Okay.
And
we can do that.
And then we've got.
First of all, I want to give a big shout out to my buddy Adam Booth. He just said, "What's up, Jim?" Yeah. Adam, buddy, I hope you're doing well. We're thinking about you today. Hope all is going well with everything you got going on, buddy. We miss you. Hopefully, we'll see you next year. And hey, Adam, it's the one year it's not like super hot.
Yeah,
it's crazy.
It's like 90. There's a nice breeze.
Right.
All the swamp coolers are actually working. You know.
Yeah.
It's that year.
So about me. Well, my name is Jim Bollinger. I have a Do Right Fabrication YouTube channel. You can look it up. You can also find me on Instagram as Do Right Builder. That's to follow between the videos. You can see the stuff that's going on in the shop. Also on Facebook at Do Right Fabrication on Facebook. And what I do is, well, I'm a full-time firefighter paramedic. That's where the Bullwinkle comes from. I'll explain that to you later. Okay. I work for the City of Orlando Fire Department. I'm an engineer there, which means I'm the guy who drives the truck that everybody hates pushing them out of the way. That's me. But I do a lot of fabrication, have a fabrication business, and do a lot of fun stuff. Welding is a lot of it, a lot of machining, all family oriented around the family. Like building stuff for my kids. Like I just built, if you guys haven't watched, I just built a cannon. Shoots a golf ball like a mile.
Bigger than the last one?
No, it's the same one. The one you saw.
Yeah,
the
okay.
one you saw. I did that series.
Okay.
You're asking about me and my family and everything. American Rotary just came out and they spent.
I just saw, because your wife was on that one, right?
Yes,
Yeah.
they just came out and spent about 5 days at the shop on the farm, just kind of following the day in the life kind of thing. And they released yesterday their first little video sniblet on kind of my family and the Do Right shop and everything that goes on and how, why, the background, where I got my start. Go to the American Rotary YouTube channel. It's the very first video. You can't miss this mug. It's on there. Check it out. It's a pretty cool video. And then it kind of explains a lot more of my background behind there. And
yeah.
That's about
and
it.
this is my go-to guy, right? Like when I need help for welding, he's speed dial, right? It's help.
Google.
Yeah. It's a good thing I don't tell him that when he wants to do a live stream.
No, and he is truly my YouTube guy. When you see live streams from the shop, usually Tom's been remoting into my computer to fix it because I fix a computer with a hammer.
A big one at that. Yeah, so anyways, if you guys haven't checked out Jim's channel, please do so. He puts out some great content and very helpful content. You have a couple of questions in here. Video on the completed barn. Have you done that yet?
The what?
Your barn. Have you completed it? And
Yeah.
Did you do video on it?
Yeah.
Okay, so there's one already on your channel?
Yeah.
Okay, so...
It's old.
Terry, you should probably check that.
Where, Terry?
Terry Cullen. That was your... Right?
I assume he's talking about the pole barn.
Yeah.
Terry, you just got to come out to the farm and see it, buddy. I don't need to do video for you.
I don't know if you saw T-Max Airgun Service, professional retired firefighter, 35 years.
Congratulations on your retirement. I'm 3 years for mine.
Yeah.
27 years so far. I can't wait for my day.
Awesome. Excellent. All right. So let's have a little fun.
Okay.
Last hour we had Tom Lipton showed up here with some goodies.
Hold on. Somebody asked a question.
Yeah.
Where did you get the glasses you have on now? Precision Machine Works asked that.
Yeah,
So can you kind of see the camera? Put it where I can see the camera.
Oh, yeah.
That's when I. So these are super high dollar welding glasses. They're actually Lincoln Electric safety glasses. They're like super cheap because I lose them like crazy. And half the time I have sunglasses on when I'm at the shop working. So I always have my safety glasses on.
Cool. All right, so as we were saying, Jim walked up here with a armful of stuff, and I said, Jim, you got to pick one. There was too much, right? We gotta.
I just walked up here with what I was given.
And I tell you, the one he picked makes a lot of sense.
Sure.
But I'm gonna let him talk about it a little bit.
So this is the giveaway. It's one of the Fireball Tools squares. It's one of the smaller squares. It's the aluminum one. I don't know if you guys have followed these squares for welding, fabricating. These are the cat's meow. These are probably the best on the market. And I'm not just saying that, like, seriously, I don't own some and I really want to buy some probably on my next project. But these things are pretty awesome because what's unique about them is these Fireball squares, they're actually machine true, okay? So you have a true flat edge. This edge is parallel to this edge, 90 degrees here, or 45 to make your 90. And you can get your clamps all the way around this tool to clamp in any position. You can do inside or outside joints. And you see these little screw holes? They come with precision tabs. The tabs screw in here so that not only do you get your angle this way, but this way everything is square in the tool all the way around it. These things are cool. This one's made of cast aluminum.
The other thing is the holes, the access in here. Right, so if you can see, let's turn it a little bit so you can see. Right, so you've got a piece coming in here, a piece coming in here. How do you get inside to weld it? Right, so he's got openings so that you can get in and weld from a lot of different angles. It's really nice. I've got one of these, and I've got.
Wait, you have one of these?
I've got.
How do I not have one of these?
I have two of these. I have friends.
This is the messed up world we live in.
Exactly.
These things were well. Here's the interesting thing about these tools. You know, most engineers design a tool for a tool company and they market it. This tool is actually designed by a fabricator and welder. The man who makes these, still makes them, designed them. He is actually a fabricator, so he has got everything the way they should be.
Yep. So, let's get started. We are going to do the same kind of raffle we did before. I'm going to take this off of you now.
Okay.
Back to me for a minute, just to make sure that everybody can hear well. Okay, so here I am saying so again. There are a few people who are going to have a good laugh at that. We're going to do another giveaway for that, and we're going to do the same thing before. I'm going to throw you off because I'm changing the numbers around. We're going to do, you have to guess a number, same rules as before. The first person to have the closest number. So I will put a start and an end in the chat. After the start, you put your number in. Once I cut it down, And once I cut it off and say, okay, we're done, I'll scroll back up, we'll reveal the number, and we'll go down until we find the first person who's closest. Okay? We're going to pick a number between 200 and 300.
200 and 300?
Yep.
Hey, so hold on. Come here, bud. Come here. Will the camera pick him up?
Let's take a look. You guys see Bo? Yeah.
So this is my son Bo. He's 9. He's going to actually write the number down. That way there's no shenaniganery. We're not fake. Anyone can. He's
Right.
going to just write a number down.
Between 200 and 300.
He's going to write a number on this piece of
Don't
paper.
tell it. Don't tell anyone. Write it down.
Write it down right there.
Wait. Before you do that, there is no number. Right. Okay. Go ahead. Write it down. Come back in the camera a little bit.
Go back so they can see you.
So they can see.
Don't let the camera
But don't
see
let
you.
it see. Okay. You're good. No, you're perfect. Right there is good. And I'm going to. Oh, it looks like everybody. Okay. I'm going to say that the start in the chat is the first person was T-Max Airgun. And I said between 200 and 300. Okay, so some number between 200 and 300.
So if it's
And we're
over
gonna
300, it doesn't qualify.
It doesn't count. And we're gonna go for another minute and a half or so. So yeah. Hey, while we're doing it,
I see some close ones.
you know what? Nothing yet. Nothing yet. Okay, don't say a word. Jim, tell folks a little bit about the classes you teach at the welding school at Lincoln, up in Ohio.
I don't teach I don't teach at the welding school in Ohio. What I do for Lincoln is I teach at trade shows.
Oh, right,
So,
that's right. So like the fly-ins and stuff like
fly-ins.
that.
I
Good.
typically teach at Oshkosh, Sun and Fun. I used to teach at PRI,
Okay.
Performance Racing Industries, but that show was bought out and moved out to Las Vegas.
Okay.
It's too far for me to travel.
Right.
So what I do is I typically teach, or not just myself, but there's other instructors with me.
Mm-hmm.
We teach young aviators. For their AMP airframe license, they need a certain number of CEUs to get qualified for their AMP airframe or to maintain it. We teach them the basic fundamentals of TIG welding.
Okay.
They all get some hands-on welding time in aluminum, stainless, and steel. We can't make them an expert in a day, but we give them what they need to go home and start laying bead.
All right. There is a delay on all this, so I'm letting you know now that I'm getting ready to type in the stop time. I'll give it a second before everybody that has their last things in here and stop. Okay. We've got our numbers. I'm going to start scrolling up and get to where I said we were starting. You guys kind of started before I was ready, but that's okay. All right, so I'm looking at this. Go ahead and reveal the number.
Go ahead, show the camera.
It was 233.
233, okay. So we're gonna look now. 221, so closest right now is Dave Cross. 233, Luke Martinson. First person with an exact match.
Holy cow, dude. Good job.
Well, we don't there could be
Wow,
others.
that's pretty awesome. Let me see what you got.
All right, so Luke Martinson, you won.
Martinson. Luke
Yeah,
Martinson.
so Luke, I need you to send me an email.
And what's the prize?
Oh, we already did that. Sorry, I'm going to type this in. I can't talk and type at the same time. Make sure that's there. Tom at inspirationmetalworks.com. Good.
Congratulations,
Okay.
Luke. Good job, dude.
Yeah. I tell you what.
9-year-old handwriting, but you guys can see it. He wrote it down.
Yeah, and he verbally told us as well, so that's awesome. Cool. Very good. All right.
I saw a couple ones.
Yeah, no, I was just checking this real quick. Yeah. What's that?
Raffle gods and smiled on me.
You won again? You want something else? 4 times.
4 times? You won 4 raffles?
Well,
What'd you
how
win?
many raffle tickets did you buy? Yeah. Okay.
How much?
Awesome.
What'd you win?
All right.
Well, apparently I'm the lucky.
Oh yeah, I won apparently I won a rotary face converter.
Oh yeah, I heard about that. So the static phase
to be
converter.
given away.
Right.
The drill bit set.
Okay. Cool.
Oh nice.
Okay. Cool.
You want to do anything else, or are we done?
No, I think that's good for right now. I'm gonna put some more recorded content on as I get ready for a few more things. We got a bunch of people in here. We need to track down Jimmy and get that going, and so if he's done with his class over there, we'll get him over here and we'll do another interview and giveaway and stuff like that.
Hey, so everybody, if you just tuned in, be sure to go to the American Rotary YouTube channel and check out that video on the Do Right Fabrication shop. Also, just like all of the makers that are here today, don't forget when you go to their channels, be sure to hit subscribe and do us a solid. Watch the commercials. That's how we make our revenue to pay for these things. And you can follow the Do Right Fabrication on the Do Right Fabrication YouTube channel. You can also follow me on Instagram as Do Right Builder, and that's what goes on kind of between the videos. Also, Facebook at Do Right Fabrication as well. Thanks for participating, guys. It was a lot of fun.
You know what? I think a great video to watch, since we just gave one of these away, we just did an interview. Some of you might have seen a little bit of this. From far away, we talked a little bit about these squares. Jason is the designer and founder of this, and we do have some video of that. So I'm going to put the live video of the interview with Jason so you get an idea of what it was that we just gave away, and we'll be back shortly. Thank you.
Pipe welding. I got certified in pipe, so I'm a certified pipe welder. And then the crash in 2009 happened. I ended up losing my job at the time. I was working for an ironworking company, so I started my own contracting business. Basically, an independent contractor, building things for customers. Architectural stuff.
All out of steel, though.
A lot of steel.
Okay.
A lot of aluminum, and every project that came through the shop was 100% different from the last one.
That's fun. That's freelance work.
It's
sure.
freelance work, and so in that process, to build a fixture or everything was different. I needed something to help me speed up my production.
Good.
Because it's my money that I was burning up by taking the project too long.
Okay.
So this was the inspiration, kind of, in a way.
How many of you guys have one of these in your shop? How many of you really find them useful? They're borderline, you know? They're borderline, but we do use them because at one time it was the only thing available.
Yeah, and what I found, because I was working by myself a lot, that this is a kind of almost a three-handed tool. If you want to hold material in a specific 90, you find yourself tacking, checking, tacking, checking, tacking. Oh shoot, cut it apart, do it again, right? So I was like, I need something that's giving me a third hand, and by doing that, just by creating one more extra surface on here gave me that dimension.
Excellent.
And this is kind of what came out of it. The first versions of this, believe it or not, were welded together plate steel.
But you still have that version available on your website, or did you cancel that one?
Nope, I have taken it off the website.
Good. I'm glad, because this is so much better.
Because it is better, and what I've learned is I'm a pretty good fabricator, and even they're not as perfect as these. Wow. Even when I put them together, there's still just any steel you weld together, you're always going to have distortion. So I end up finding myself taking them back to the milling machines, screwing them off. And why do that when you can just already buy one that's already done?
Exactly, and it's about time saving.
It is about time saving. So that extra cost that these are, they're worth the extra time to do that. And let's talk about, Dale, some of the inspiration of just how they look. You guys, I love old equipment. You guys watch my channel. I have a 1960s Marvel bandsaw. I have a Kearney trucker machine. And if you look at the way they're manufactured, they got these big, beautiful casting bosses in them. And to me, it's architecturally, visually appealing.
Yes.
So that was some of the inspiration in how the designs, just the cutouts. I could have easily squared that off, but I like the way the arch looks.
But you fit in there really easy.
Yeah.
And these are really nice in the hand.
They are nice in the hand, yeah. So then it comes down to, if I'm going to design a fixture that can try to do it all, what is it going to look like?
Yes.
So on paper, I literally sketched this out on to scale on some graph paper, and those dimensions have not changed since that graph paper. Believe it or not, I actually nailed it the first time. I cut it out of steel, and it was like, okay, this is it. And I've never changed this dimension. I didn't even know what it was. I just drew a line that says, yeah, that's just by eye.
Now you guys are looking at this. If you're not familiar with what we're trying to do with this design, let's talk about that because it is unique. It's an odd shape, but when you're a welder, you're kind of going, oh, I get this. Let's clamp. Well, actually, this is what's great. So these cutouts here that you see my finger through, this is where your clamps go. So we've got a beautiful, stylish clamp here, Stan.
That one's been
This thing's
around
got
a
some
while.
patina, but let me put the mic down. So if I want to clamp to this, I can come in. I should have set this up earlier. I can come in here, get this clamped in, and now with another piece at this side, so let me bring it over. I now have actually room where I can weld. How many guys never get to that corner? That's what makes one of these great, and you made it big enough to do that.
Yeah.
But now, I know a lot of you are out there are skeptical about something, and you see this. Let me, do you have any other? I'll go to the small one. Now, one of the challenges you have with these is, we need to get it lined up. Now, we want to get it square. The square will square it up this way, but it won't orientate it this way.
Twist.
It'll twist on you.
Yeah, that's where this doesn't tell you is really where it's twisting, believe it or not.
So here's one of the brilliant moves. And this one came out last year when you put these on?
Yep.
So you see these tabs. You see these tabs on here? Actually, it just fell. These tabs are what's going to assist you in lining these up. You bring your steel up, we'll get it square to this end just by setting it up. But then we can keep it by twisting, by pressing it up right against these tabs. And you can go with different length tabs. The holes here are 1/4 inch. What's great about the 1/4 inch, it's standard. You can also make custom tabs if you needed something longer to come out. If you're working with pipe, if you're working with like an 8-inch pipe and you need to get it squared up, you can just run longer tabs on this and that'll help compensate for that. And I think it's one of the greatest parts of this creation of yours.
Yeah.
And like I said, we got these great cutouts in here where we can clamp this up. Now, one of the other challenges, whenever you weld, we all know the weld bead is going to shrink your materials. Shrink, yes. I keep forgetting. These are built heavy enough and strong enough to where it will not allow the shrinkage to affect your metal. It holds it straight. Would you agree with that?
Yeah.
Because that's been my experience using these, is it keeps it square.
It
The
does.
whole process. So usually when you used to weld up, trying to use one of these squares, you had a welding technique. You'd put a tack here, a tack there, you'd weld this spot, weld that spot, and try to counteract all the shrinkage that's going to happen. You probably got good at it.
Yeah, you weld in a strategic weld sequence.
Yes.
Weld sequencing is what you do.
And it takes experience.
Yep.
The different materials, different thicknesses change more or less depending on what you're using.
Even just the type of welder you're using, if you're stick welding or MIG welding or TIG welding, how the size of the bead will change how much it pulls.
Okay, okay.
So that's important too.
This is what counters that. Now, I'm a fairly good welder on a good day and a full moon. This makes my welding amazing. I mean, it really does.
Well, and it takes some of the pressure off your welding, which means you can focus on just making the bead. You're not worried about did it move on me or what? So
that's a good point.
Right? So you're building something. So the end product is what you're really after.
Yes.
Right? Not
yes.
how good your weld looks necessarily, but you want the frame to be square. You want it to look visually correct.
Well, and Jennifer and I are always talking business. Is one of the things we call it's about the hole. It's not about the drill bit.
That's right.
Nobody wants drill bits. You want a hole.
That's right.
And if you look at a business, it's like, I'm gonna try not to insult you. You don't want the square. You want something that's been welded square.
That's correct.
And this is what we've got here. And it's such a great product. Now, here is the big question I've been asked multiple times. Which square do you buy? Do you buy, this one's called the Mega Square.
It's the Mini Mega Square.
Mini Mega. This one is?
The Monster Square.
The Monster Square. Now, here's the question, what shape do you buy? What size do you buy? But also, what material you buy it in. So talk about, so we can get this in aluminum, we can get it in cast. What's the advantages over these?
When I was building let's take it one step back. When I was building the steel versions, what I would find is that weld BBs stick to steel. That's what welding is all about.
Because you were making them out of cold roll steel.
They're hot rolled, pickled, and oiled.
Okay.
So but when the weld spatter would stick to them all the time, even the fabricated ones. So I did some research and found out that cast iron has an extremely high resilience to weld spatter. And I'm like, okay, that sounds like the material I want. And two, gray cast iron has a very low elasticity to it.
Okay.
So if this were to technically fall off the floor, if it doesn't break, it's probably still square. Where a steel version, it would probably bend and you wouldn't know it. And you're using a tool that's probably not calibrated anymore, if you want to use that in machinist terms. So if it doesn't break, you're still good.
But I'll tell you, I've dropped mine more than once, twice,
But
or
break.
more. Never broke.
I know. Well, and that's the biggest question too. Everybody says cast iron is so brittle, it's so brittle, but I think if it's designed correctly, it can do the job properly and not break off.
Nice.
Okay, but it has those advantages in the weld spatter area and the stability of the material. That's a good word for it, stability.
I like that. So now let's talk about the aluminum. So you can also get this in cast iron aluminum, 2 different sizes.
Yep.
But here's the aluminum. Let's talk about the aluminum. What's its big advantage?
Weight, hands down. That's what it's all about. Is just physical weight. We're not always on the welding bench. We're not always in a perfect position. Where you're bending down. You're leaning over. You're holding one hand.
Yes.
To where weight becomes that
issue.
That issue.
But I will say one of the things I've found out with these. So here's the cast iron Mega Square. Oh no, this is the aluminum.
Yep.
That's the aluminum. Also, let's just pretend it's cast iron.
It's right behind you.
What I do like about it,
or it was
behind me. What I do like about it, he was talking about the aluminum are lighter, but there are times that I want the weight because I can put this here. I could put a piece of steel on it, put another one here, and it doesn't fall over. It has the mass to keep it in position, and that's one of the things I like about it. So when I say which one do you buy, it's a hard decision, to be honest. I've got a full set of these, and I'll be honest, I use them all for all the reasons we have. One doesn't just work, but if you had to buy one, okay, I'm going to challenge myself. If I had to buy one, it would probably be the Mega Square in the cast iron. That would be me. What's your shot?
It would probably, for me, depending on the project I work on, I prefer this one, believe it or not.
There you go. There you go.
Because most material sizes, that's the other thing, is the sizes are accordingly to the material that I work with generally. I work with 3 inches and under.
Okay.
Most of the time.
So that's a good. I work with all weird materials. So.
And the most common is 1 inch to 2 inch.
Okay.
So the 1.5 inch fits perfect for that for me.
Okay.
And that's a big advantage. It's just too, if you lay this flat, if this is too tall, it blocks your access to get into the corner. So you always want the shortest square possible. So if you turn this on its side, right, and you wanted to get down into something down in here, especially the Mega Square, it kind of blocks your angle.
Okay.
So I always try to use the small squares if needed.
Okay.
And then the big ones for bigger material or even more accuracy. These are.
I think what you're saying is you have more finesse than I do. I go for size and weight.
True.
I don't know if I'm trying to overcompensate for something. But.
Well, what's funny is I just fabricated a frame at work. It was 96 inches long by 5 feet wide. And so that's a long piece of material, and that's all I used was this, and I was a 1/16 out of square at 8 feet with just that short little distance.
You fabricators know that's a tough mark to match.
It's really good. So you're depending on, I'm not worried about the square, I'm worried about how exact did I cut the parts.
Yes.
That's where the error is going to get introduced if I cut my parts.
So let's talk about 2 more things, and we'll let you guys get back to lunch if you're not already eating. What are the tolerances you have these milled at? Because it's impressive, especially over this size.
Well, we try to shoot for as best we can, always.
Of course.
The challenge comes from actually the casting itself, because there's cast kind of moves here and there when you go to machine it. But I try to shoot for plus or minus 5 thousandths.
Plus or minus 5 thousandths, what is that, 12 inches?
12 inches.
Plus or minus 5 thousandths over 12 inches. That is amazing square, especially for fabrication. But even in machinist world, that's pretty good. I was working on a Chinese milling machine, and I had to actually regrind the saddle. It was off 5 thousandths of an inch over 12 inches. That is ridiculous. That is, so to keep this square on that is great. Now, when we're also talking about square, how many of you guys, when you cut your steel, I don't know if you're going to be able to see this, have a little kind of an angle on it. Now, if you have a saw like some people do where it actually has 2 angles going on it, it makes it tough, don't you say, to keep it square? Yeah, he's nodding his head. I own that bandsaw too. So what is great is we can clamp this together, keep it square. Okay, I'm not going to bring this up, it's not the right height. Actually, no, we'll just keep it this way. This is going to give you the ability to fill in, weld that in, and because the square is so strong, that it is going to hold it square, and it's a big time saver on that point.
You don't have to use we're not relying on your cuts.
Yes.
Especially 45s, you could be off quite a bit,
yes.
And you just fill it in, because I don't care what the cut condition looks like. You just want the rest of the tubing to match.
So now you've got a special deal for Bar Z people today.
Yeah.
And you've got free shipping.
Yep.
So you can actually come up, have a conversation with Jason.
Yep.
And he's all set up to take orders with him right now, credit card orders.
Or you can order on your smartphone and use the promo code Summer Bash.
Okay.
If you want to, or if you don't have a smartphone, you can come see me and I can help you order too.
Okay.
So the talk about savings, that's a huge savings. The cast iron stuff to ship across the country, we're shipping almost 65, 70 pounds. So you're saving almost $65 in shipping by ordering.
So you're going to do free shipping with the promo code, but they can also come up to you, have a great conversation. Also, these are all made in the United States. They're cast up in Spokane, Washington, the machining, designed, everything. This is an American product. You guys got to check it out. There's some over here on the table. Also have a conversation with you.
Yep.
All right. Jason, thank you for coming out.
Dale.
Also, it's been great that you're supporting the bash.
Yep.
All right, guys, let's get back to eating.
Thank you.
Hey everybody, we're back. Thank you so much. I hope you enjoyed that. We are at a good transition point now. So we've been doing roughly 2 hours between sessions. So we're at a point where we need to transition to our next live stream. Now, as part of that, just to let you know, I've got Jimmy DiResta standing right off to the side. So as soon as we're back and we see people joining in again, we're going to go ahead and we'll do our live stream. Thank you. 2 would be great. Thank you. Or 3. I'm running out of spot. Thank you. Thanks, Dan. Yeah, so we're going to switch over to the new feed. We're a little over on time right now on this one, but yeah, so we'll switch over. I'll see you over on the 2 o'clock session in a couple minutes. See you there.